इस वक्त एक बड़ी खबर सामने आ रही है। एंटी इजराइल प्रोटेस्ट हुआ अमेरिका में और जो इजरायली छात्र हैं, जो जूइश छात्र हैं, उन्हें लाइब्रेरी में छुपना पड़ा। इससे जुड़ी हुई तस्वीरें भी अब सामने आ गई हैं। एक तरफ एंटी इजराइल प्रोटेस्ट होता रहा और ये जो तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं ये दरअसल कूपर यूनियन की तरफ से सामने आ रही है। Jewish students from Cooper Union had to lock themselves in the library in order to escape an aggressive anti-Israel mob. Israelis had to take cover in the library to escape the angry mob. सुन लेते हैं कि वहां हो क्या रहा था। These visuals that you see on your screens are from the premise of Cooper Union on one hand, anti-Israel protesters on the other. You can see Israelis, Jewish students locked in the library. This is shocking because clearly the staff there, the administration there was not sure if they'll be able to protect the Jewish students. Cooper Union's Jewish students were barricaded inside university's library when the pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel protesters were seen in the premise protesting, and we're given to understand that they were pounding on the building's doors. That's when the Jewish students were locked in the library. We have Shivani Sharma joining us with more details. Shivani, this is shocking, all of this happening in a university. You know, one can understand that one has the right to voice their opinion and freedom to protest, but cornering someone in this manner, it must have been horrifying for the Jewish students.
Certainly, these Jewish students from the Cooper Union, they had to lock themselves in the library in order to escape an aggressive anti-Israel mob. That's what we can also see. There have been pro-Palestine protests, but this kind of threat and this kind of attack has been now witnessed in America, where these students from Israel, possibly they are from Israel, they are Jewish students, and they have been now they have been attacked in a way that they had to take shelter inside the places in this university. So this is what has come out, like this fear, and there is tension, there is worry for these students already because war is going on in their country. We've seen in a number of places not only in America, but there have been protests, pro-Palestine protests in a number of countries. And this kind of attack is worrisome because these students have gone there to study, and in United States this is happening. They have to take shelter to protect themselves from these anti-Israeli protesters.
Absolutely, and questions will be asked of the security staff there in the university. Shivani, thank you for getting us those details. We're moving on. We have some breaking inputs coming in. Israel has intensified Operation Iron Swords, and a new video has now been released by the Israel Defense Force. On cam is a Hamas terrorist being chased and killed. Now, Kibbutz Be'eri residents were rescued by the Israeli Defense Force, and they chased down this terrorist and eliminated him. This video has been put out by the IDF. According to the IDF, this is a never-before-seen footage of combat soldiers from the IDF's Shaldag unit operating to neutralize terrorists and rescue the civilians of Kibbutz Be'eri. Those on your screens are visuals of the residents being evacuated under the protection of the Israeli forces. And this, in fact, is a video from Kibbutz Be'eri, where the individuals you see in uniform are combat soldiers of the IDF. You can also see the IDF soldiers firing at the terrorist vehicle, killing the driver who lost control of the vehicle. The unit soldiers then killed the other terrorists in the cell who tried to escape. At the same time, counterterrorism activities, IDF Special Forces rescued the residents as well. We have Deepak joining us to explain the sequence that we are watching in the video. Yes, Deepak.
Right, Swati, what we can see on our screens is the visuals of a car carrying Hamas terrorists crashing into the Kibbutz Be'eri gateway, where the entire community had been residing, and we could see how the security forces of Israel have been seen escorting the Israelis who had been in hiding in safe houses in the Kibbutz Be'eri to avoid coming under the axe of the Hamas terrorists. Now you can see these were the Hamas terrorists who feared for their lives. They got out of the car after crashing into the gate of this Kibbutz Be'eri community, and soon after they crashed in, we can see two Israeli soldiers charging towards the car and checking on these Hamas terrorists. And once they find them, they were seen shooting their guns at the Hamas terrorists, thereby neutralizing them. We can see also how here you can see the Israeli Defense Forces of the Shadlang battalion helping these Israelis innocents out of their community to escape the wrath of Hamas terrorists.
Right, Deepak, thank you very much for getting us those details. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. News and updates will continue.